Hey guys, and welcome to episode 1 of the Cure Vertigo Now Podcast, where you will learn everything you need to know to overcome your vertigo or vestibular disorder. For those of you who aren't familiar with myself, my name is Bobby, and I'm going to do everything in my power to help with helping you to overcome your vertigo, dizziness, vestibular disorder, whatever it may be. I've made it my mission to do everything in my power to help you with overcoming your vertigo, your dizziness. Like I said, if it's a vestibular disorder, vestibular neuritis, Meniere's disease, I'm going to do everything in my power to help you guys out. So, just to commence things, the first topic of today is I want to really focus and emphasize upon what vertigo actually is as just an introduction. So, there are many reasons for why one may suffer from vertigo. And in general, the vertigo or vestibular disorder, to be more precise, it can come under two categories. One cause being more of a peripheral sense, and this is more known as peripheral vertigo. And the second cause can be under more of the category of central vertigo. And what these two actually mean is suffering from peripheral vertigo, it's more in relation to the vestibular system. And for those of you who aren't familiar with what the vestibular system actually is, this is basically one of your main sensory systems, which helps to govern your balance in relation to gravity and also your orientation in relation to gravity. If this system isn't functioning optimally, it can cause you to feel dizzy and you can lose your balance and you can just get an overall sensation of feeling disorientated, as if maybe you were drunk, for example. And it's just, for those of you who do suffer from this, it's just not nice to experience in general. So peripheral vertigo is more related to vertigo that stems from the vestibular system, also known as the inner ear. And the second category, this being central vertigo, this is more to do with vertigo that's more in relation to the central nervous system. Now, this normally also originates from either the brain or the brainstem. This particular type of vertigo, again, you can get very similar symptoms: nausea, dizziness, vertigo, and in general, it impacts the nervous system. And this is a type of vertigo, again, it can be very challenging in everyday life, and it impacts thousands quite severely. So it's so important to highlight, for starters, which one of the two you may suffer from. And conditions that relate to central vertigo can include conditions such as multiple sclerosis and even Parkinson's disease as well. So again, this is why it's very important to just get a accurate diagnosis upon what may be causing your vertigo. And just some examples of peripheral vertigo, these can include vestibular neuritis, BPPV, benign paroxysmal positional vertigo, and also Meniere's disease as well. So those are the two main categories, and we've also highlighted what vertigo is. So I'm just going to quickly end by giving you just a few herbal remedies that you can take and just a few methods that you can use to help with alleviating and overcoming vertigo in general. So for starters, there's the well-known herb of ginkgo biloba, which this herb in particular increases blood flow within the inner ear, especially good for vertigo that is induced by or originated from peripheral vertigo and more in relation to the vestibular system. So there's ginkgo biloba, which is very useful for helping with vertigo. Another herb that you can take is ginger as well. Ginger's very good for nausea and just very good for getting rid of that sensation of feeling disorientated and as if you're going to throw up, for example. So that's another really good one that you can do. And just as a really good quick fix is sometimes when during intense periods of vertigo, it can feel as if your anxiety levels can just rise a lot, and your stress levels, and it can be a very overwhelming process. So another thing that you can do for this is just to literally do some abdominal breathing. So if you just inhale for count of 4, so I'll actually show you how to do this. So literally all you want to do is inhale through your nose for count of 4. So that'll be 4 seconds. And then after you've inhaled, you want to hold for count of 1. And then from there, you want to exhale for 8 seconds through your mouth. So literally it will just go something like this, really. Just so I'll actually show you the whole thing just to see what it looks like. So just to go over, we're going to inhale for 4 seconds, hold for a count of 1, and then we're going to exhale for 8 seconds. So it should look something like this. And that will help to calm your nervous system and activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is known to promote healing, and it's good for recovery of the nervous system and just for balancing the nervous system if it's in a state of panic or just over-aroused, really. And if you've enjoyed this episode of the Cure Vertigo Now podcast, make sure to leave a comment, a review, and just stay tuned for next week's episode, where you will learn much more about vertigo and what you can do for either your vestibular disorder, dizziness, or vertigo in general. Take care.